Wallace Dothan, the 3 seed, is gone. Marion Military, the 6 seed, also eliminated. Enterprise State, the opponent here for Bevill State in this game, defeated Marion Military earlier today to knock them out. And across the way, the winner's bracket game, Bishop State and Central Alabama, the top 2 seeds, playing now 4-0. Central Alabama was leading that as of our last update. And the winner of this game will play the loser of that game in an elimination game tomorrow morning, or time to be determined. And we're ready to go with some more softball. Presley Snell in the circle for Bevill State after Bree Murray went all 14 innings in the circle for the Bears in the game earlier today. Chloe Jones, the first baseman, leading things off for Enterprise. The Boll Weevils, one of the best mascot names you'll ever come across. They wear those jerseys with the word Weevils across the front of them. 2-1 the count to Jones. In the air down the left field line, foul. 2-2. Chloe Jones coming into the tournament, 336. No homers, 20 RBIs. She's the first baseman for the Boll Weevils. And takes low. Count is full. Line shot. Bailey Webb. She has been outstanding defensively. And nothing different on that play as Webb was ready for that line drive right at her. Now Caitlin Money, the second baseman. Caitlin Money, 324, no home runs, 30 RBIs coming into the tournament. This is the third game of the tournament for Enterprise. The fourth game for Bevill. Bevill and Enterprise actually played in the first game of the tournament in the first round. These are the 4-5 seeds coming into the tournament. And Bevill won that game to start things off. In their winner's bracket game, Bevill lost yesterday 9-1 to Central Alabama. And then came back this morning and beat Dothan in that 14-inning game. A little pop out to short. Pike there to make the catch for out number 2. Enterprise, after that loss yesterday, beat Marion this morning in an elimination game. And that put them in this ball game here today. So if you're thinking about rest, wear and tear, not only has Bevill played one more game, in essence they played 2 more games because they had that 14-inning game. That was, for the amount of softball they've played, it was 2 games in 1. Allie Whitehead, the center fielder, goes in the air deep out to her counterpart, Izzy Engel, but she makes a catch crashing into the fence on the warning track. A deep drive by Whitehead, but Engel tracks it down And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Presley Snell and the Bevill Bears. We go to the bottom of the first, no score. The Boll Weevils go 1-2-3 in their half of the first. Bevill will try to get on the board here in the bottom half. Call strike to Anna Guy to lead things off. Same lineup for Bevill State that they've used throughout the tournament pretty much. The only changes are defensively, but the 9 hitters are the same. And we've got updated schedule information. They're trying to keep this tournament moving along and stay out of the way of the weather. There's rain predicted tomorrow, so one game on the schedule for tomorrow will be the winner of this game that we're playing right now between Bevill and Enterprise against the loser between Central Alabama and Bishop State, which is also going on right now. That elimination game will take place at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and that'll be the only Saturday game. The championship games will take place on Sunday. So that's the updated schedule, as weather always seems to be a factor here in early May in this tournament. Shallow fly to left. Grace Jernigan comes on and makes the catch to retire Guy for out number 1 in the first. I'll be very curious to see if these Bevill players run out of gas, if that's a factor at all, or if they just keep on keeping on. Called strike. It's 0-2 to Allie Keaton, second baseman. That one missed outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gabby Causey, the pitcher for the Boll Weevils. The 1-2, foul out of play. Causey coming into the tournament, 12-11 the record, at 391 the ERA. 120 innings, 129 hits, 54 walks, 65 strikeouts. Pop fly, shallow left, coming on is Jernigan. She juggled it for a moment but held on. And she was almost on the cut of the turf there. The difference in the color between the infield and the outfield, that's how shallow that was. But she got to it. Made the catch for out number 2. Bevill took 3 out of 4 against Enterprise in their series during the regular season, even though Enterprise actually finished one spot ahead of them in the standings after the regular season came to an end. So Bevill showed that upper hand in their first meeting. Bailey Webb at the plate, 1-1 the count. Pop fly on the infield. The pitcher, Causey, got over to it near the first baseline and made the catch. So she gets them 1-2-3. Causey and the Boll Weevils get them in order in the first. We go to the second, no score. Cleanup hitter, Shaq Washington, the catcher, going to lead things off for Enterprise here in the top of the second. No score in this elimination game. The loser goes home. The winner plays tomorrow at 4 p.m. with a spot in the championship on the line. Pop up, shallow center, going to get down. A base hit for Washington. Just out of the reach of Peyton Pike. The shortstop was the closest one to it. Now the left fielder, Jernigan. Jernigan at .295, 2 homers, 14 RBIs for the year. She shows bunt, takes the ball low and away. Gets that one down, but foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two and two now to Jernigan. Foul back. Presley Snell did not pitch against Enterprise in the tournament opener yesterday. It was Bree Murray that pitched that game and got the shutout in that 4-0 Bevill victory. Enterprise was held to 5 hits in that game, but they bounced back and got a 5-2 win against Marion Military this morning. In the air to right, Guy makes the catch for out number 1. Now Madison Meeks. The third baseman. Hits one on a line to short. Throw back to first. Runner gets back safely. Meeks is retired on the line drive to Peyton Pike. Heads up base running by Shaq Washington at first. She got back. And now Kelsey Cooper, the shortstop. Takes one out of the zone. Outside, 1-0. There's a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cooper, 277, a homer, 16 RBIs this year coming into the tournament. That one's up. 2-1. She jammed her. Oh, diving attempt by Webb. Almost got to it, but it drops foul. One of the few plays that Bailey Webb has not made today. But she gave it every effort. Just not quite able to get there. So it's 2-2 now to Cooper. That one sailed on Snell, full count. So Washington will be on the move. 3-2, 2 outs. Grounded under the glove of Webb, and no throw going to be made. It from deep short by Pike. An infield single for Cooper. And that's where having the freedom to send the runner 3-2, 2 outs probably kept the inning alive there. Pike might have had to play at second if Washington wasn't on the move. But as it was, she just had to eat it. So first and second with 2 outs. And Maddie Grace Heath, the designated player, number 8 spot in the lineup. Fouls that one back. That evens the count, 1-1. Heath getting in the lineup. Has not played a lot this season. Just 21 at-bats in 13 games. She's 2 for 21 on the year with an RBI. She's ahead in the count, 2-1. That one just missed inside, 3-1. She sends one out behind first. It gets down fair. Base hit or a run scores. The throw got by the first baseman. Boomer Hughley, the catcher, finally tracks the ball down around home plate and limits the damage to 1 run, but a big 2-out hit. Maddie Grace Heath getting an opportunity and taking advantage of it. Drives home the first run of the game and stakes Enterprise to a 1-0 lead. Runners second and third with the run in, as Heath went down to second when that ball got by on the throw back to first. So now the number 9 hitter, Aaliyah Wallace, the right fielder. A 1-ball count. There's a strike. It's 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Wallace. Came into the tournament hitting .205. No home runs, 6 RBIs. She grounds one off the glove of the pitcher. Snell picks it up and flips to first to get the final out of the second inning. But 3 hits in the inning, a run across, 2 left stranded. Bottom half of the second inning coming up, 1-0. Enterprise leads it.
All the graduations are out indoors except in May. But not tomorrow.
Enterprise strikes first. They get 1 across in their half of the second. 1-0 our score. 4, 5, 6 spots coming up. First time through the order for the Bears of Bevill State. Bree Murray, who pitched every inning of that 14-inning game earlier today and ended up as the winning pitcher, as it was 1-1 going to the 14th, and Bevill scored 5 runs, and that decided it. Good cut. Murray came up empty. It's 1-1. Murray with 21 home runs this season. She's ahead in the count, 2-1. She hit 1 home run distance in the first game today, but it was foul down the left field line. That one missed outside, 3-1. Three-1 to Murray. There's ball 4. A base runner for the Bears to start the second. Now Morgan Dupree. Rips it back through the middle into center field. Allie Whitehead, the center fielder, had a notion to come up throwing to second on that play, but couldn't field it cleanly. So she did not get that opportunity. It's a base hit. And runners are at first and second with nobody out. Now Caitlin Chappell, the first baseman. Already squaring. Now she pulls it back. Takes a strike. It's 0-1. Bevill trying to answer after Enterprise got a run across in their half of the second. A strike to Chappell, and it's 0-2. That one missed up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a reminder, schedule changes because of the weather in this tournament. The winner of this game, that one missed about the same spot, 2-2. The winner of this game continues on. We'll play at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon against the loser of the game going on now between Central Alabama and Bishop State. And that will be the only Saturday game, that 4 o'clock game, elimination game, and that will set the championship series. The winner of that game, Bishop State, Central Alabama, will be in the championship round. And we'll await how the rest of the bracket plays out. And there's ball 4 to Chapel. The bases are going to be loaded. And I believe he said the championship game will start at noon on Sunday. And there will be a second game to follow if necessary. Bases loaded. Nobody out for Bevill. And the hero of the first game today, Boomer Hughley, at the plate. It was Hughley's 2-run home run in the top of the 14th that broke that 1-1 tie that seemed to last forever. And that opened the floodgates, allowed Bevill to score 5 runs in that inning. But hers was the clutch hit that broke the tie. And she did it in big fashion, sending it out over the left field fence. She takes the strikes behind the count 0-1. That one caught the corner as well. 0-2.
How many pitches did that Duncan girl throw?
Just missed. Gabby Causey wanted that one. And the home plate umpire had some words after that reaction.
Who? How many pitches did that girl from Dothan throw last week?
194.
Jeez.
According to their game change. She was at like 130. Wasn't nearly as many. Two and two the count. Pop fly, foul territory, going to get down. That'll keep the count 2-2. Bevill with a threat here in the second. Base is loaded. Nobody out. A walk, a base hit, and another walk. And a 2-2. Call strike 3. Hughley punched out for out number 1 here in the second.
I wish I could recognize the teams. Michelle let them work.
Now Peyton Pike. That's a big strikeout for Causey and the Boll Weevils. Grounder to second. The throw comes home to get the force out there. Money makes the play to Washington at the plate. 2 outs in the inning. And the base is still loaded. For Engel. Call strike on the corner, 0-1 to Izzy Engel, the center fielder. Tried that spot again, missed outside. It's 1-1. Hit to third, stepped on the bag. Madison Meeks makes the play. And nice work defensively and in the circle. Gabby Causey and the Boll Weevils get out of a bases loaded, nobody out situation. Do not allow a run and preserve their 1-0 lead as we go to the third. Well, if Enterprise goes on to win this game, don't forget about the bottom of the second inning. Bevill had bases loaded, nobody out, couldn't score. And Enterprise leads it 1-0 as we start the third. Combination of good pitching and defense. Causey got the strikeout for the first out in the inning with the bases loaded. And then a grounder to second. They got the force out at home. And then a grounder to third ended the inning. And the top of the order back up for the Boll Weevils. Chloe Jones has gotten ahead of Presley Snell 2-0. Three balls, no strikes. That one was high. There's a strike. It's 3-1. One hopper to third. Webb across to Chapel. One down in the third. Now Money, the second baseman, made that heads-up play at second with the bases loaded, came home. Takes a called strike. It's 0-1. There was a quick decision to be made by Money on that play. She had to decide whether she was going to try to get the double play and get out of the inning on that one play alone. But there wasn't much hesitation. She had the whole play in front of her and saw that she could get the out at home, took it and made a good throw. And she drops a single into right field. Caitlin Money 1 for 2. This Enterprise team, not really one that steals a lot of bases. Money has 5, and that makes her tied for second on the team in that department. They just don't run a lot. Foul ball off the bat of Allie Whitehead, the center fielder. You're looking for power out of this Enterprise lineup. Whitehead is the one that provides it. 15 home runs, 67 RBIs this season to go along with a .349 average. And she gave one a ride her first time up, hit one to deep center. Izzy Engel tracked it down, though, right at the fence. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Whitehead. With a runner at first and 1 out. Turned on that one and hit it pretty hard, but well foul. So still 1 and 2. Low for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Glad you're with us here on JockJive for the Alabama Community College Conference Division II tournament. We're in the second day of what will now definitely be a 4-day tournament. Schedule changes. 1 game tomorrow at 4 p.m. Championship games will start at noon on Sunday. And lots more Alabama Community College Conference postseason play coming next week. We'll have the Division I softball here from Alabaster. And I'll be on the call for a lot of the baseball over in Oxford at Choccolocco Park. The pass ball has allowed the runner to move down to second, so Money in scoring position. And Whitehead fouling off pitches. She's in a full count. Both of those tournaments next week start on Thursday. Into center, Engel coming on. Gets to it in plenty of time. Route number 2. Conference has gone to this 6-team tournament field, and that same format will apply to both the Division I baseball and softball tournaments. That one got away from Snell. Runner goes to third on another wild pitch. So 2 outs. Shaq Washington had a base hit her first time up and came around to score the Enterprise run. Another base hit would add to the lead. The 1-1 misses outside. It's 2-1. Shaq Washington, the catcher. Great name. 312. The average. 8 homers, 40 RBIs in that cleanup spot. A couple of good names on this Enterprise team. Shaq Washington, Caitlin Money. Washington has a count in her favor. A hitter's count here, 3-1. And she works the walk. Boomer Hughley going to talk things over with Presley Snell and the rest of the Bear infield in the circle. First and third, 2 outs. Grace Jernigan, the left fielder. She flied out to right her first time. Takes one off the plate outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Up and away, 2-0. That one high. 3 balls, no strikes. Snell. Just walked Washington. Now can't find the zone against Jernigan. That one's in there, and Jernigan was ready to pounce on it. She fouled it back, 3-1. Grounded past third, fair, into the corner. A run is in. Washington around second. The throw to third, she's safe. Back to second, and she is safe. Jernigan with a double. A big 2-out hit for Enterprise makes it 2-0. Just under the glove of Bailey Webb, who dove, trying to do everything she could to try to keep that ball from getting by her, but and they're checking on Washington after she slid head first into the bag at third on that play. She just now gets to her feet over there. I can't really see if. Looks like they're looking at her hand. The hand or wrist area as she slid in may have jammed up against that base. Or might even got stepped on. As Webb in the action of that play, once she swiped the tag and realized Washington was safe, she turned and threw back to second to try to get Jernigan. So a couple of possibilities as to why Washington may be in pain down there. Madison Meeks into left. That's going to get at least one home. They'll wave the runner now, hold her up. Jernigan back to third. But another 2-out run scoring hit for Enterprise, and it's 3-0. The damage coming with 2 outs. Jernigan held up at third. The runners will be on the corners. And Bevill going to make a pitching change as Snell's getting touched up here a little bit in the third. We'll step aside and tell you about the new pitcher right after this. Kelsey Cooper at the plate. Carly Sparks, the new pitcher for Bevill. She got a strike in there to Cooper. It's 0-1. Cooper had a base hit her last time up. Two runs in for the Boll Weevils here in the third. 3 hits and a walk. 2 run scoring hits with 2 outs. And runners still on the corners. Cooper in a 2-1 count. Carly Sparks, 6-0, the record, 3.95 the ERA. That's coming into the tournament. I do believe she's already pitched at least once in this tournament. 72 2/3 innings, 28 walks, 36 strikeouts, 84 hits allowed. She's even the count to Kelsey Cooper. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul back, still 2-2.
Hey, what's a good local place to go eat at besides the tavern?
2-2, just missed the inside corner, full count.
I mean, there's a bunch of places here in Alabaster.
Yeah, I don't know if they were like a mom, a good mom and pop.
Bertoloni's in Calera?
What?
Bertoloni's in Calera?
So Meeks will get a head start from first. The ball is fouled out of play. So we'll get another 3-2 pitch.
What's it called? Or do you know Bertoloni?
It's in the Walmart shopping center.
Shallow center, that's going to get down and score another run. Kelsey Cooper joins the 2-out hit parade and makes it 4-0. Meeks stops at second. Now Heath, who drove home the first run of the game an inning ago. She had a 2-out RBI hit. Takes a strike, and it's 0-2. Foul ball. That ball ended up in fair territory, but it went off of Heath in the batter's box. So still 0-2. Foul back. Still no balls, 2 strikes. Heath takes high, gets by the catcher, and the runners move up. Hughley not able to get up and out of her crouch fast enough to get to that high pitch. It got by her. So runners at second and third. 1-2 the count to Heath. Still 1-2. Another foul ball. 1-2 from Carly Sparks. Outside with the off speed, 2-2. Pop out towards second. Keaton going to get back there and make the catch and finally put an end to the inning. But not before 3 more runs come home for Enterprise on 3 straight 2-out run scoring hits. And it's 4-0. Enterprise leads it as we go to the bottom of the third.
Morgan, are they playing over there?
Bottom half of the third inning, Bevill in a 4-0 hole. Top of the order coming up, Guy, Keaton, and Webb. Guy fly to left, her first time up, 0 for 1. She's ahead in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch is fouled away. 1-1. A little bit high, 2 balls and 1 strike. It's a warm day here in Alabaster, probably mid to upper 80s. A little bit of a breeze out there. And so far, mostly sunshine. Did have a little sprinkling of rain this morning, early on in that first game. But since then, nothing wet coming out of the sky so far today. Full count. The 3-2. Grounder to first. She feeds the second baseman covering the bag. Nicely done. Chloe Jones flips to money for the 3-4 putout. One away in the bottom of the third. Now Keaton. That one missed. Low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Keaton flied to left her first time. Takes low. 2-0. Low, ball 3. Washington going to go talk to Causey. Madison Meeks joins with the group. Three balls, no strikes to Allie Keaton. Second baseman. Hitting in the number 2 spot. Strike called. It's 3-1. Keaton was ready to go to first. And rolled out towards short, collected there by Cooper, who throws across in time for out number 2. Central Alabama leading 8-3. Top of the 7th in that winner's bracket game. Central Alabama came in to the tournament riding a 32-game winning streak. That will continue uninterrupted, it appears. And a ground ball to short by Bailey Webb. Ends the bottom of the third in 1-2-3 fashion. 4-0 our score as we go to the 4th. Enterprise bats with a 4-0 lead. Top of the 4th, bottom of the order, and the 9-1-2 spots coming up. Aaliyah Wallace takes high and away, ball 1. Wallace grounded back to the pitcher her first time. Call strike. 1-1. Two balls, one strike. That one is low, 3-1. Turns on that one and pulls it foul. 3-2. Full count pitch. Grounded to short. Pike. Oh, the ball's dropped. Chappell. The throw was a little bit low, but that's a catch a first baseman has to make. An error on the receiving end allows Wallace to reach first base to start the fourth. And that's the kind of thing, this is just speculation for me, but that's the kind of thing that might be an indicator of fatigue right there. You got a team that played 14 innings in a game earlier today already. They played 2 games yesterday as well. Playing against this Enterprise team is playing in its second game today, but only played 1 yesterday. As the bunt's laid down, Webb makes the play to first close, but they get the out there. Throw back to second safe on the tag. So Chloe Jones with the sacrifice gets the runner to second with 1 out. Now Caitlin Money 1 for 2, had a base hit in the third, came around to score a run in that 3-run inning. 1 in the second, 3 in the third for Enterprise. And looking to add to it here. 0-1 the count to Money. That pitch missed low and in. 1-1. Low. 2-1 now to Money. So the other game is gone final. Central Alabama winner over Bishop State in the winner's bracket game. Central Alabama moves on to the championship. So they'll have a day off tomorrow and won't have to play again until Sunday. Bishop awaits the winner of this game. And that game will take place at 4 p.m. tomorrow. That will be the only game tomorrow. Full count. In the air to center. Engel, good running catch. Got over there in the gap. Takes a hit away from Money and holds the runner to second base. Two outs in the inning. And Whitehead at the plate. She's flied out to center both times. 0 for 2. Strike at the knees to Whitehead.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Some words of advice for Whitehead from the first base coach.
You always hit my ball anyway. Where'd you get duck? Did you get that sun? No, I just a friend called. That's what he always called me when I was little. He said, "Hey, operator, hey, duck." No, white duck. So it's for all these little birds. Cartoons, little birds.
Foul out of play by Whitehead. 0-2 the count. That one was tight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside 2-2. Crushed foul. Way out in front was Whitehead. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bounced up there. Hughley blocked it, but not enough to prevent the runner from moving up. Wallace, opportunistic. Ball in the dirt. Hughley kept it in front. But Wallace still able to advance, so she's at third, and it's a 3-2 count. Whitehead, again out in front, hit it deep, but foul. So another 3-2 pitch. She might have chased ball 4 there, but got a piece of it to stay alive. Good battle here between Whitehead and Sparks. Another foul ball. That almost caught Washington in the on-deck circle. Got to restock the softballs, all these foul balls. Still 3-2 to Whitehead. And a base hit past Pike, and it's going to go all the way to the fence. A double for Whitehead. A run is in. It's 5-0. What an at-bat for Allie Whitehead. She was behind 0-2. Laid off some pitches out of the zone, fouled a bunch of them off, and then stroked a double into the left center field gap. Again, another 2-out RBI hit.
So then I need to get approval on what the package would look like from everybody.
All 5 runs have scored with 2 outs for Enterprise.
So turf has to be down by February 1st.
Washington has been a big part of all of that. She's been on base twice, a base hit, a walk, 2 runs scored. Ahead in the count now, 1-0. Had a hefty cut. But that high pitch was up under it, and it's 1-1. Oh, wow, right back to the pitcher. Sparks caught it, saved it from going into center field. That ball was smoked as well. That's the way the inning ends, but another run added to the lead by Enterprise State. 5-0 our score as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the fourth, 5-0. Do these Bevill Bears have one more second wind in them? Gabby Causey has kept them quiet. Just 3 base runners, a base hit, and 2 walks, and all of those came to start the second inning. Outside of that, she's retired every other batter she's faced. Causey has. She faces the 4, 5, 6 spots here in the fourth. Murray, Dupree, and Chapel. Murray in a 1-1 count. Just missed, 2-1. There's a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Murray drew one of those 2 walks her first time up. Hits that one hard off the glove of the shortstop, Cooper. There was some smoke on that ball, too, as it went by. Cooper just could not get the glove down quick enough. A base hit for Murray, the second hit. Second hit for the Bears in this game. Now Dupree, who had the other hit. A single in that second inning. And Dupree showed off some other skills besides softball in between games. I caught her doing a handstand over here in the artificial turf between the fields. She probably held that handstand for about 10 or 15 seconds. Pretty good form, too. Time called as a meeting in a circle takes place. They're done talking. 2 balls, no strikes to Morgan Dupree. And that one is caught by the shortstop on the line drive. Cooper able to get to that one, not hit nearly as hard as the one by Murray. Dupree put a good swing on it, but she is retired for out number 1. Now Chapel wanted to bunt. Pitch was low. It's ball 1. Chapel drew a walk her first time. Takes a strike at the knees. 1-1. Home plate umpire just took his mask off and pointed. And is writing something down. A warning issued to Coach Harris, who's now looking for an explanation. I tell you what, this home plate umpire has not put up with a lot of flack. He had some words for the Enterprise pitcher early in the game after she reacted to a non-strike call. And something that happened in between pitches here from Coach Harris in the third base coach's box drew a warning. So we're ready to go. It's a 1-1 count. Off speed, beautiful pitch there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That changeup, if those pitchers get it in the strike zone, can be devastating. 1-2. Just missed outside, 2-2. She goes the other way, line drive, throw back to first, but that was, oh no, that was a double play. I don't know what happened with Murray at first, but she was kind of slow getting back to the bag. That ball was caught. They flipped to first and doubled her off. And that is the end of the 4th inning. We go to the 5th, 5-0. Enterprise State leads it. Enterprise leads at 5-0. 5, 6, 7 spots in the order. Jernigan, Meeks, and Cooper coming up here in the top of the 5th. A strike to Jernigan, who's 1 for 2. She doubled home a run in the 3rd.
Hey, Craig. Yeah, he's gone. He said 8-4. Yeah.
Two-two the count to Jernigan to start the 5th. Call strike 3, froze her with the changeup. Again, when that pitch is in the zone, it's tough to combat. That's the first strikeout for Carly Sparks. Madison Meeks now at the plate. Pops it up, fouling out of play for strike 1. Line shot, Bailey Webb. The hot corner She has been cool as a cucumber. Two outs here in the fifth, and Kelsey Cooper, who's 2 for 2 with a couple of base hits and RBI. Call strike to Cooper on the inside half. Low for ball one. 1-1 the count to Cooper. That one was high, 2-1. Hit in the air to center. Engel gets to it with no trouble. And makes the catch for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning, a little respite from the onslaught as Enterprise had been putting on base runners left and right. Sparks calms them down, gets them in order in the fifth. But Enterprise still leads it 5-0. Boomer Hughley to lead off the bottom of the fifth. Bevill running out of outs here. Need to make a move. Trail at 5-0. Hughley struck out her first time. Takes the ball outside. It's 1-0. She hits this one hard. Left center, and it'll short hop the fence. It got out there so quick, she's going to be held to a single. So a good start to the fifth. Let's see if they swap Hughley out. Yeah, they will. No, to Riley Irwin. Riley Irwin, the base runner now for Hughley. And assume that Hughley will re-enter in the next half inning and resume her spot behind the plate. But they want a more speedy base runner on the base paths. And that one's popped to short. Throw back to first is not in time. And that was Haley Baker hitting for Pike there. Baker retired on the pop fly to short for out number 1. Now Engel takes one low. Baker hitting for Pike, and that's another one. We'll probably see Pike back out at shortstop in the next half inning. We saw them make that substitution in the first game today. It's tapped right in front of the plate. Washington looks around, no play anywhere. An infield single to Speedy Engel. That was as good as a bunt. First and second with one out. Bevill trying to put something together here. Top of the order and a guy at the plate. 0 for 2. Fouled out of play for strike 1. Strike on the corner. It's 0-2 to Guy. If you're Bevill trying to come back from 5 runs down, you don't want to feel like you have to do it all at once. But here's an opportunity. You know you want to get at least 1 or 2 out of this. And make that comeback a little bit more manageable over the late innings. 1-2 the count to Guy. Back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Fielded in shallow center by Whitehead. So the runner not able to come in and score. But the bases are loaded with 1 out. Third hit in the inning. And the Boll Weevils are going to talk it over. With Allie Keaton coming up. Keaton's been wearing that brace all day. She's got it around her right shoulder. And it even extends down to the elbow there on that right arm. Takes a strike. Good location by Causey. Keaton 0 for 2. She's fly to left and grounded to short. Infield comes in. Looking for a play at the plate. One and one. Just missed. 2-1. Low and away, 3-1. A walk would bring home a run. Keaton can be selective here. Ooh, generous outside corner there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Grounded to third. They come home and get the out at the plate. So Keaton not able to get the run in. She's at first on the fielder's choice. 5-2 on the put out at home. Base is still loaded with 2 outs. And Bailey Webb at the plate. She is 0 for 2. Popped to the pitcher, grounded to short. Grounded to third. She steps on the bag. They get out of it again. Enterprise State with the defense, with the bases loaded twice in this game, have kept Bevill off the scoreboard, 5-0. Our score as we go to the 6th. Missed opportunities in this game so far for Bevill. They had bases loaded, nobody out in the second. Didn't score. Had bases loaded, one out a moment ago in the fifth, and could not get a run across from that situation either. Still 5-0. A pinch hitter. And the fly ball goes to right field for out number 1. Olivia Hobson batting in the number 8 spot for Heath. And she flies out to right, one away in the 6th. Now Wallace, who takes the ball high, 1 ball, no strikes. Aaliyah Wallace. That one high as well, 2-0. Wallace 0 for 2, but she reached on an error in the 4th and came around to score a run. That was that routine ground ball. Similar to that, Pike across to first. And Chappell squeezes it on the other end. It was Chappell who dropped the throw the last time Wallace grounded to short. A 2 up, 2 down in the 6th. Top of the order, Chloe Jones. Low and away, 1-0. And as we expected, Peyton Pike back at short. Boomer Hughley back behind the plate after they came out for offensive substitutions the last half inning. Grounded to second. Keaton makes the play. Quick 6th inning for the Bevill Bears. They get them 1-2-3. Bottom of the 6th coming up, 5-0. Enterprise leads it. Time growing short for the Bevill Bears. They trail at 5-0 in the bottom of the sixth, but a good spot in the lineup to try to do something about that. Bree Murray to lead it off. Murray, Dupree, and Chappell. The three do up. 1-1 the count to Murray. Takes a strike. 1-2. Popped up. Cooper, the shortstop, very vocal about making that play. She called everybody off and made the catch for out number one. Good communication out there by the shortstop. Now Dupree, 1 for 2, a base hit in the second. Goes the other way, down the line, fair ball, and good job over there by Wallace. She cut it off before it got by her. Didn't let it get to the fence and held Dupree to a single. Two hits for Dupree in this game. Chappell takes a strike. She's walked and lined out to second. That pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Low and in, 2-1. Chopper to short to second to get the out there. They're not able to turn two. And Bevill contending that the ball was bobbled out at second base. Dupree still standing on the bag for the moment. The umpires convene near the circle to try to determine if Bevill has a case here. It was the second baseman, Money, who received the throw, and they'll confirm the out call at second base. So Chappell reaches first on the fielder's choice. Two outs in the inning. And Boomer Hughley at the plate. Hits one a mile high, but playable in center field for Whitehead. And that is out number 3 in the 6th. We go to the 7th. Enterprise leads at 5-0. I probably will end up doing that.
I mean, keeping stats and actually even the live stats. There's no way I can do 4 games in a row. I used to do those, but I'm not doing the 4 in a row.
5-0 Enterprise, top of the 7th inning. Winner moves on, loser goes home. Next game for the winner will be tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. Bishop State will be the opponent. Started the tournament with 6 teams. 2 of them are out. Another one will be gone once this game is complete. The 3 seed, Wallace Dothan, eliminated in that epic 14-inning game earlier today. The 6 seed, Marion Military, also out after losing to Enterprise earlier today. On the other end of the spectrum, Central Alabama, no surprise. They won their first 2 games, and they've already punched their ticket to the championship. They'll have the day off tomorrow and play on Sunday. Fly ball to center. Caitlin Money is retired for out number 1. Central Alabama, with their 2 wins in this tournament, extend their winning streak to 34 straight games. Come in as the 15th ranked team in the country. They beat Bishop 8-4 this afternoon. There's a base hit down the left field line all the way to the fence into the corner. Whitehead cruises into second with a stand-up double. Her second double of the afternoon. She's 2 for 4. And Whitehead's going to come off for a pinch runner. Is that 2? I think that's number 2, Gracie Bonds. First pitch swinging, Washington skies it to left. Caught out there by Dupree for out number 2. Now Jernigan, 1 for 3. Had an RBI double in the third and came around to score. 1 in the first, 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth. That's the 5 for Enterprise. That ball skips away from Hughley. The runner moves up to third. And all 5 of these runs have scored with 2 outs. Enterprise trying to stick with that pattern here. Little pop on the infield. Pike had to wait for it on that first bounce and made the play to get the 3rd out. Last chance for Bevill in their 2025 season. They need 5 to tie it and keep it going. 6 to win it in the bottom of the 7th. 5-0 our score. We'll get a pinch hitter
35.
for Peyton Pike to start the 7th. Bevill needs a big inning here to keep their season alive. Maddie Blevins going to be the batter. Blevins 28 at-bats this season. She's 17 out of 28. 4 home runs, 16 RBIs. Really good numbers. Not sure why she hasn't played more than she has. That one's popped up. Going to get out of play. Usually you see something like that, an injury is part of the explanation. But that's just a guess. I don't want to state that as fact. Blevins in an 0-1 count, 1-1. Takes outside. Two balls, one strike to Blevins. In the air, on the infield. Again, Cooper, the shortstop, calls for it and makes the catch. 1 out in the 7th. Now Engel. The other way, off the glove of Meeks. Engel will reach. Meeks diving. I don't think she was aware of how close Cooper was and might have had a better play on that ball. Second hit for Izzy Engel. See if she takes off on the first pitch. She does not. And Guy hits one in the air lazy to center for out number 2. Down to their last out, the Bevill Bears. Allie Keaton. Takes outside, ball 1. Again, outside. 2-0. Gabby Causey trying to finish off a complete game shutout and get her team within a game of the championship. If she can get one more out, she can do it. Runner goes. And they call her out at second base. And that's how this game ends. Enterprise State celebrates the victory. 5-0, the win. The Boll Weevils move on. They'll take on Bishop State tomorrow afternoon. Another elimination game. But the stakes are a little bit higher in that 4 o'clock game, as the winner will move on to the championship round of this tournament. The championship game, or games, if needed, will take place on Sunday beginning at noon. So tomorrow, Enterprise State versus Bishop State. That'll be the only game scheduled for Saturday, 4 p.m., first pitch in that one. So we're done for today. It's been a good first 2 days of this tournament. 3 teams remain of the 6 that started out. And Robert Williamson will be back in the saddle tomorrow for that game, and he'll carry you the rest of the way here on JockJive. I've enjoyed my time. Hope you have too these last 2 days. My name's Tim Altork. Thanks for watching on JockJive. This has been Alabama Community College Conference Division II softball tournament. We'll be back tomorrow at 4.